You are watching what we know is going to be a great game. The girls 18U Undisputed National Championship here at the 34th Annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships, where the West Michigan Hornets going to try to finish business. They started 2 years ago when they made it to the final game and lost to the HSAA Firebirds, who are on their way to 2 straight, going against the Dallas HSAA Angels. They've never won this one either. Both teams going for their first undisputed national championship for girls 18U. Both rosters loaded, both with experience. Scott Staten, Jeremy Caldwell, Amy Curtis, CJ will join us maybe in a little bit. We got a good one set up here, guys. And the tip-off goes to the Angels. Haley Fair going to take it for the Angels. HSAA in blue out of Dallas. West Michigan Hornets out of West Texas. And then on the pass, Seal had it picked off, that time by Maybert. And then on the transition, we got a turnover. Maybe rushed a little bit by both teams when they started the game here.
Yeah, Aubrey Ayers was looking to pass it on the weak side and kind of hesitated to travel with the ball.
Maybe a little bit of jitters, championship game jitters, but both these teams will settle down. They're two very good basketball teams. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited.
Absolutely.
For this one.
Yarborough's jumper a little strong. Rebound off into the hands of Shea Vanderway. Rodimer going to bring it up.
Rodimer has been the leader of this West Michigan girls team the last few years, and she put on a heater and put on a show 2 years ago against MHEA. Came up a little bit short. She's probably been battling to get back to this game, and I'm sure the energy is high here early on to see how well she does start this game.
She had a fantastic game last night as well, and then she draws a foul there on Addie Seal.
Yeah, Addie trying to run through the screen there.
First foul on Addie, first foul on either team. And Rodimer's name is one you've heard when they're talking about National Player of the Year. She already won the Midwest MVP. She has really run this team for several years now on a run of 3 straight gold balls. They made it to the Final Four the last 2 years. They got cut off short both years by HEA. But
nice
this year
there.
might be their year. Rodimer rolls it in.
Big
Jaden
shot,
Rodimer, her first bucket. 2-0 to open up the scoring now.
Seal directing traffic for HSAA here. She really is a big guard with a nice outside shot.
Big South MVP puts it up from 3. Got it. Oh, the 2 stars get things going right away. 3-2 Dallas now in front.
All right, Jefferson, the defensive stopper for the Lady Angels, is going to be the one taking the responsibility of guarding Rodimer this game.
Ayers, kicks it in. Nice find underneath. Vanderway was wide open. She drops it in the bucket, and it's 4-3. Now they're back out in front. West Michigan.
I think I mentioned yesterday watching, and I ended up visiting with Coach Rodimer a little bit last night. Ayers has just improved all of the areas of the game outside of three-point shooting. She's been at that for a while, but she's really gotten good with her passing and just doing a lot of little things.
Jefferson that time on the drive got blocked, and then Rodimer brings it the other way, and a foul going to be on Dallas
Jefferson.
HSAA. Aria Jefferson, her first, team's second. Hornets going to set up under their basket.
Quick substitution here for the West Michigan Hornets as Quist comes into the game, and 33 is going to take a break.
Jefferson, one of 3 all-region players for HSAA.
Hornets on the attack. Ayers up top, working on Seal. Stops at the elbow, thought about giving it to Vanderway. Quist on the drive, gets tied up and lost her footing. Turnover on the Hornets, back to Dallas.
Yeah, this is a Big South champion versus the Midwest champion. Both teams have 3 all-region players. Both teams have the regional MVPs. I mean, we're in for the long haul here today.
Seal working her right, steps back on Vanderway. That shot no good. Rebound to Maybert, but she lost her balance as she tried to take the ball quickly in transition. And there's Yarborough to pick it up for the Angels.
I think that's something the Hornets will do,
Travel.
Try to get out in transition a lot.
And then we got a spin there. And looks like both teams rushing just a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of nerves here, the undisputed game. They've both been trying to battle the last few years to get to this spot. Last 4 years have been taken over by HEA and San Marcos girls. And I think the year or 2 before that was Dallas Thunder. So they've been trying to get their highlight show and get here. And they're here now. So I'd imagine we're going to see a lot of this probably throughout the first quarter till the jitters settle down.
And both teams, there's Jefferson. She has been a defensive demon all week long on the drive, all the way in, but too strong. Rebound to Vanderway. Jefferson has drawn the toughest player assignment on every game, and she has largely excelled at that. But on the transition, here come the Hornets. 3 from the right corner, short. There underneath is Vanderway again, and a foul on the Angels.
He was fouled once and then again after they blew the whistle there. I think this is intentional by the Hornets. They're pushing pace. You know, HSAA has more size, and sometimes bigs can get worn out if you're running up and down a lot. So I definitely think this is intentional.
Rodimer brings it in. Here's Ayers.
Oh, nice.
She was closed out on by Seal, so she takes a step aside, but her jumper is not true, and the Angels come off with it. Here comes Seal, pushing the pace for Dallas. They trail it 4-3. Seal all the way down, guarded by Maybert. She stops, little spinning jumper, no good. Rebound by Ayers. Seal fell to the ground. Ayers going to push the pace, as you said, Amy, and here they come again. Maybert, right corner.
Nice
Fake
fake.
the shot, drive. Oh, and then she kind of tried to throw it, but lost the ball and threw it out of bounds. Was it tipped? Yeah, the official on this side says it was tipped. Dallas fans didn't like that. They were hoping that it went their way. And here comes Quist to bring it in for the Hornets as Maybert's going to take a seat, maybe catch her breath after that furious start for both teams. 3:55, over halfway through this first quarter.
Letting them play just a little bit. Did we just pick up?
We got another foul, and that might have been on. Is that on Seal? It looks like it's on Seal.
My eyes were up here. I didn't see what happened down there. I was just about to say they're kind of letting them play, put two hands on the dribbler. We've seen that be consistent throughout the week. We've had physical games.
On the inbounds, here's Ayers. Again, a good closeout by Treese. Ayers, the floater. This time she connects. Adjusted her shot, and now a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, that's one of them things that, Amy, you mentioned is Ayers improving her game with that driving ability and stopping and hitting that mid-range. She's not just a three-point shooter anymore. She's a all-around player now.
Here's Yarborough for three. Jefferson gets the board, and then she's fouled as the Hornets tried to keep her from putting it back in too quickly. That was Hope Miedema. She will draw the foul for the Hornets. That's her first foul of the night. Jefferson will be at the free throw line. Aria Jefferson, the All-Big South performer. She, as I'd mentioned, has really done a fantastic job and made her presence felt as she sinks the first on the defensive end. She has been in the passing lane. She has knocked the ball away, come up with steals, a lot of fast break points. She's put 38 points up this week, and a lot of that was off of her defense as she has led her team in scoring, believe it or not, even over Addie Seal. Second shot is no good, and here comes Ayers the other way. West Michigan out in front 6-3.
You have to imagine most teams are scheming against Addie, so there's opportunities for others to get good looks.
Quist stops, ball knocked away by
block.
Seal. Pretty play on the defensive end to give her team a chance now to cut into that lead. Seal going to bring it, stops just outside the elbow. Her shot is short. Rodimer fights for the board.
It's aggressive defense by Seal, knowing she has 2 fouls already.
Mm-hmm.
Great play, and then she knocks it away again, comes up with the steal. She kicks it up ahead. She runs into the board. There's Napier all the way up and in. Ran right into the table in front of us, but great job defensively. She's come away with 2 turnovers, cost 2 turnovers for her team to tie things up, 6-6.
I think the Hornets going to slow it down a little, run some actions here, try to get a good look. Nice flare there by Ayers.
Rodimer to Ayers, her 3, not true. Rebound, Vanderway up and in. Vanderway is just a beast on the boards. She was all Midwest as well, and she has really made her mark down in the paint for this Michigan team.
We've called her name a lot this weekend because she's been getting a lot of rebounds and putbacks and making big defensive stops.
Seal, the step back created a little bit of space, and you can see why. There is so much talk about her. She drains her second 3, and now Dallas with their first lead. Then another block, even with 2 fouls, kicks it up ahead. All the way, Napier stops, and she's got a trailing Jefferson who puts it in. All created by that defense. Not just courageous, but she's been so good about not fouling. Couple of blocks, a steal, and it has turned into points, and their biggest lead now, 11-8 in this first quarter. Rodimer going to try to settle things down for her squad. She drives the lane, guarded by Jefferson, scoops it up, too strong. Rebound off to Napier. Here comes Seal again. Oh, thought about another three. She's hit 2 in a row. Little spin around jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Miedema.
And I think if you're West Michigan, that's a look you would prefer for her to take versus the three.
Rodimer gives it to Quist. Being bothered by Seal. Ayers comes to rescue her from that. Haley Fair's done a great job on defense as well this week. Dallas had a couple really great defenders, but then Ayers somehow finds her way through the traffic and drops in her second bucket. Haley Fair up ahead. Here comes Singleton all the way to the bucket, met by Vanderway. Ball pops out and got a whistle and a foul. Going to be on Vanderway.
She did a good job initially of walling up.
Under a minute to go. Well, feels like they've been out there for a whole half.
It does. That was a frantic pace.
Yeah, a lot of action.
Still have 55 seconds left in the first quarter. I think we'll see it slow down a little bit, but I don't know. I think part of West Michigan's deal is probably to just run and fast pace up tempo and see if they can force the Lady Angels to run here.
That time Seal took a three and Ayers came out to block her shot. So the Hornets come away with it. 11-10. Michigan with the ball. They lead it by 1. Ayers double team, drops it. There's Miedema. She goes around Seal and puts it in. Nice little move to find some space around Seal, and Seal with 2 fouls had to be careful.
They really move the ball well, hit you with action after action, looking for you to make a mistake, and that time there was kind of a jump trap.
3 by Singleton. 5 seconds to go. Back out in front was Dallas. They're up 14-12. Here's a deep 3, Rodimer, no good. And we will end the first quarter. Wow, catch your breath. We'll take a short break. Go put on the oxygen and then come back. We got the second quarter action coming up, where it's Dallas HSAA leading in this girls 18U Undisputed Championship over West Michigan.
When it hurts, real time it.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it.
Welcome back. Second quarter action in this girls 18U Undisputed National Championships. And both teams trying to claim their first title. West Michigan against Dallas HSAA. And it is Dallas holding the 14-12 lead here as we head into the second period of action. West Michigan in the gray uniforms. Those are the home unis for them. Taking on Dallas in the navies. Here's Ayers. Step back. That's on the line. No good. Off with the board comes Seal. Addie Seal. Big South MVP. Fake the pass and just drops in the little floater. Addie Seal with 8 points now of her team's 16. West Michigan down 4. That's been the biggest lead so far today. Vanderway. Hornets.
Little miscommunication.
Yeah, we were right on it. We've done this a little bit together here. Ayers, though, comes up with it and then just goes around everybody. She's done that twice now this game. Aubrey Ayers having a game. She's got 6 now to lead the Hornets. Lead back down to 2 for Dallas.
They normally hit a lot of threes, and they haven't even taken a lot, just a couple. But they're having some success going to the rim. I think part of that is because Dallas is being pretty aggressive. Did they call her for a push?
We got a call there. I mean, Seal made a great move to sink that shot. The official walking over. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be on Dallas.
They gave a flop warning.
Okay, so the shot counts.
Bucket was good and a flop warning after that.
And then they give her a 3. It looks like they gave her a 3 on that.
No, I don't.
I thought it was a 2.
Yeah,
but
she
I'm
was
not sure.
well inside the line on that.
16-14. Scoreboard says, they drop it now.
Okay,
There we
yeah.
go. Okay.
Yeah, she wasn't even close to the three-point line. I didn't think.
That's a great shot, but official says no more falling down unless you're pushed. Here's Foster. 3 from the wing. Bounces off. Thought it might go back in, but it doesn't. Here comes Yarborough quickly the other way. Now Dallas the one pushing the pace. Oh, and lost the ball. Nice job on defense there. It looked like Foster stepped like she was going to go out and then came back, and it threw off.
I thought it went off her leg,
Yeah,
but they're saying it's off the Hornets.
Must have been off of Foster then.
I think she might have got a hand in there.
Still nice defense on the inbounds.
Yeah.
Struggling to get it in. Ball tipped by Vanderway. Yarborough will chase it down in front of the scorer's table.
I really like her game, Yarborough. She has a very nice mid-range. She's
Oh.
very athletic.
Almost did the splits there. Lost her footing, but into the game now also is Kalia Arps. She drives it up, puts it up with the left hand, too strong. On the other side, though, rebound, up in, no good by Jefferson. And here comes West Michigan. 2 opportunities there. Neither one connects. Foster thought about the shot. She's going to drive, take it into Treese. Treese gave her some trouble there, didn't block it, but it messed up the shot. And then quickly the other way, Jefferson, as she's done all week. She's got 5 now, lead up to 6, largest lead of the game for Dallas.
You know, Treese in there, the Hornets might want a shot fake. She's kind of swinging at you, but
Yeah. She's definitely in there to try to block shots.
And then Ayers, she has made her way to the cup time after time. She's got 8 points and keeping the Hornets close.
and
Well,
go ahead.
She's such a threat on the three-point line that you have to close out to her, and she's done a good job this year of pump faking that 3, knowing she can hit it and getting by girls.
Oh, well.
Did that get you?
It did. It did.
They've hit all of us. I was trying to dodge because I get hit every game almost.
You was paying attention that time, Scott.
I
would've got
was.
you.
I just couldn't get my
Sorry
hands
about that,
up quick
Amy. I
enough.
should have
That's
put
all
my
right.
hand up. I had a pin in it, and I looked up, and here it came.
Yeah, that was my problem, too. I had the pin in there, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it down or what.
Wow, almost a steal there by Ayers on the Treese pass, but she knocked it out of bounds. This time it is a steal. Takes it away from Arps. Rodimer.
I love to watch Rodimer's eyes as she's going up the court. She's just scanning everything, looking to see what's open.
Ayers and Rodimer, they have been a crucial part, as have Vanderway and some of the others. And that time ball tipped off of her, but she gets the ball back. They would love to complete this, what they call unfinished business. Coach Rodimer said before the game, he said, I can't believe I'm coaching my daughter in her last game tonight. And I said, well, no better place. And she said, I can think of one better place with the trophy in our hands.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Rodimer works it around to Ayers.
Showing a little patience here.
Oh, here she goes again. Drive to the bucket. Lost the ball. There's Vanderway. She's tied up by Treese, and I think we got a jump ball.
No, I think it was a foul on the reach around.
Okay, going to be a foul. Dallas calling for 3 seconds, but there was a lot of movement in there, and that will be a foul on Treese. Evangeline Treese, her first.
I think Vanderway did a really good job of getting her body around so Treese couldn't tie that ball up, and it was a foul.
Ayers can shoot it, we know that, but this game she has really been attacking the cup and just getting straight into the lane as quickly as possible. On the inbounds, tosses it out top. Rodimer, deep 3. Misses everything, but guess who's there? Maybert. Maybert and Vanderway have done a great job getting second chances for the Hornets. Then a tie-up will stay down at this end. No, it won't. Okay, the arrow does point the right way. Going to go to Dallas. Dallas with the ball now. 2016 lead. Just about halfway through this second quarter.
A little too much traffic there in the paint to try to sneak that pass in.
Yeah, it looked like Dallas maybe has adjusted a little bit, understanding they were getting beaten in the paint, so kind of packing that defense in just a little bit. Here's Seal. 4:02 to go.
Kind of set double screen here at the top.
Seal picked up.
That's off
Her
right.
3 is off to the right. Like you said, we can see it from here. Fight for the board. Oh, and Napier just picks up the loose ball and throws it in before anybody realized it was there. 22-16, Dallas in front. West Michigan, they've been here before 2 years ago in a close one. Here's Ayers for three, little too strong. And as you mentioned, Jeremy, they got to respect that because she can't hit that shot. Here's Rodimer. She's going to try her hand at a three, and she connects.
I could tell the way she came around that at the top with the footwork. She took her time, patient.
Yep.
You knew that was going in.
Got her feet planted where she wanted them, and you knew it wouldn't be long before she connected. Here's Napier on the drive, double team, spins out of it and kisses it off the glass. Nice game by Mackenzie Napier. She's got 6 now.
Nice footwork. She's had a couple hustle plays like snagging that rebound on the last possession to get the putback.
24-19, Rodimer calls out the play.
Everybody's breathing really hard.
Oh,
This has been a fast pace.
Oh, and the pass, Ayers had it, but it slid through her hand. Seal picks it up. She's going to go quickly the other way, all the way up and in.
Rodimer almost got that, but Seal with the nice move there.
12 points now. She moves into double digits. 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, 3 two-point field goals here in the second. Lead is the largest it's been all game, 26-19. Clock winding, 2:26 to go here in the first half. Rodimer guarded that time closely by Kinley Moore, and the official called her for the body. Into the game will come Singleton and Jefferson. Jefferson has put some points on the board. She's one of their key defenders. Also into the game, Caitlin Foster for the Hornets.
I think Vanderway back as well. They're rotating defenders on Rodimer. Smart, keep fresh legs going at her.
They sent Foster through the defense. Singleton fell to the floor. It left an opening there for a three, but that was no good by Kylie Quist. Ball's out of bounds, and it will go to the Angels. She had an open look there as her defender fell down, but unable to connect. And then a timeout. Dallas wants to talk over these last 2 minutes. Guys, thoughts on the first part of this game so far? We only got 2 minutes left in this first half.
I think, a lot of this is pace. They're going fast. I think this timeout, I believe HSAA took it, that the ball was getting ready to be inbounded, and Addie had her hands on her knees, taking a breath. Rodimer looks winded. Now, she's not slowing down at all, but everybody's just huffing and puffing. So I think, the energy, it's the last day. You played 5 days straight. If you're Michigan and HSAA, they've been upset, I believe, unexpectedly the last 2 years, sooner than they wanted to go out. They were predicted to be Final Four teams, top team in the Big South. So I think the pace and the excitement of the game has made this up and down, made it a little bit harder for them. But I think you'll see as the game progresses them settling down a little bit, like you mentioned, Jeremy.
Yeah, and actually both of them had a bye Monday, so this is their 4th game of the week, being one seeds.
Yeah,
and I'm with you. The pace of the game, I really don't know who has the advantage in that. It's probably going to be HSAA because I think they have more players that they can put on the floor to guard Rodimer, and they can keep fresh legs guarding her. West Michigan doesn't really have anybody to replace her as the point guard.
Yeah.
So she's going to have to play the whole game. And she's going to have to play being defended by fresh legs every possession.
Here's Seal on the attack again. How do you stop that? Backs it down her defender, spinning jump shot, and she is filling it up right now.
Yeah, she has 8 points in this quarter alone, 14 for the ball game.
I think this may be the largest lead of the game. We saw West Michigan in this position with the Tyler Heat the other day.
Ayers lines up a three and nails it. That's her first three-pointer. But she's in double digits now.
She didn't let me get it out there. I was gonna say they were in this position, and then Ayers and Rodimer made some big plays to get them back in striking distance, and then they pulled ahead.
That time Seal kind of forced a shot there. Had her defender on her. She's feeling it. Rodimer up ahead.
Oh, I thought she was going to pull that.
I did too.
She's going to drive on Napier. Kicks it out top. Quest thought about a three, but Quest gets it back to Foster. Foster backs it out. Here's a deep three by Rodimer. Got it again. You can tell she loves to step into that three-pointer on the pass.
Yeah, she wanted to pull that first one on a fast break, and she just didn't have the confidence to pull it there. But after coming off that screen, you knew it was going up.
It was up to 9. It's down to 3 again.
35 seconds left first half.
Seal with the ball, working on Ayers. Ayers right in front of her. Seal's too strong. And then over the back, Jefferson trying to get the rebound. Gets called for the foul for Dallas HSAA, and that's her second.
All right, big possession here by both teams. Can West Michigan get a bucket, either tie or go down one at the half, or can HSA get a stop, possibly a turnover and a score to go up double possessions?
I would expect the Hornets to hold for the last shot.
Agreed.
Make them guard.
So here we go. Final 27 seconds here, the first half in this girls 18U Undisputed National Championship game. Dallas HSAA had built their lead to 9. Michigan just cut it down to 3. They've got 17 seconds left. Looking for a shot. Ayers thought about it, closed out by Seal. Vanderway sets a screen and then a whistle. And going to be, looks like a foul on Vanderway. I think on the screen there, Vanderway called for the foul. That's her second.
Well, they got the stop and the turnover. 10 seconds left on the clock. Now, can West Michigan get a stop and only go into the half down 3
4
and
seconds.
not 2 possessions?
Got to think it's going to be Seal. She takes the shot. It's short, and that's the way this half will end. We've had a good one. 28-25. Dallas out in front of West Michigan. We'll be back with the second half after we take this halftime break.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Well, it all comes down to this for the girls 18U Undisputed National Championship. Second half action. Scott Staten, Jeremy Caldwell, Amy Curtis. We're on the campus of Drury University at these 34th annual Christian Homeschool Basketball National Championships. And at halftime, it's a 28-25 lead for the Dallas HSAA Angels over the West Michigan Hornets. Hornets with the ball in the gray, Dallas HSAA in the navy. And got a clock issue there. They got to switch it over to get the
they hadn't put
the time right. Yeah.
But there's always a delay on every timeout and everything, and I don't understand why that is. Now we're underway.
So act like that didn't happen. We'll restart. And here it goes, Vanderway. They were just letting us catch up on the broadcast. Boy, Jefferson is all over Rodimer. She has done such a great job all week on whatever opponent she has assigned to. She has done a great job just making life miserable for them. On the drive there by Ayers, a reach-in foul. Going to be on Yarborough, it looks like. We'll make sure with the officials. Yep. And that is Jesse Yarborough's first. Couple players on Dallas with 2 fouls, Jefferson and also Addie Seal, but she played the whole second quarter with 2. On the inbounds, ball was tipped away, but Quist really quick to chase it down, and then Rodimer steps in and drains a 3.
They make you pay if you miss a rotation, or they will find the
I was hoping we'd have a scorekeeper tonight that help us out with the fouls on the scoreboard, Scott, but we didn't get that tonight.
We checked. We're good. We were right on it, Jeremy. We were right on it. Addie Seal going to drive. She's had a huge, little step jumper that is no good. Rebound to Vanderway.
West Michigan can take the lead with this possession.
All tied up after that Rodimer 3. Oh, and then the pass that time, a little too strong, tipped away, and Jefferson comes away with it for the Angels. She's going to drive it, push the pace, up and rolls off. Foul on Quist. Jefferson will be at the line with a chance for 2 free throws. So far, it's been what we expected. It's been a close one for a little while there. Dallas had grabbed the lead in the second quarter, went up by 9 as Jefferson sinks the first free throw. She'll get one more.
That last time, it resulted in a turnover, but Miebert did a good job of pushing pace, but then not forcing anything. She was starting to pull it back out. Of course, she had the turnover there, but I think that's something that we should expect to see here in the second half. Push, but then pull it out and execute, and continue to look for opportunities for Ayers to get downhill.
Jefferson sinks both free throws. Her team back out in front now by 2. Ayers got hung up. Now Quist hung up, gets it back to Ayers. That defense is just really tough by Dallas HSAA, as it has been all week long. 30-28. Hornets playing from behind. Rodimer works her way through traffic. Oh, beautiful dish to Ayers.
I mean, it has been the Rodimer Ayers show this whole game so far. These two are on a mission right now, and they're doing a really good job of just keeping their team in this.
They were a part of that and then knocked out of bounds. Seal goes down hard. They're going to check. She tried to save the ball there. Going to have to check on her. But Ayers and Rodimer, they were crucial in that game against HEA a couple years ago, where HEA in the undisputed game, HEA trying to win their first with Lily Williams. The Hornets just came roaring back on three-pointers that were, all over the gym, but they were unable to finish it. And tonight, they try to finish what they started there. Hornets with the ball. Ayers in the corner. Seal with the closeout and good hand. She tips it away.
Yeah, if I'm the Michigan Hornets right now in this quarter, I'm gonna see if I can pick up that third, possibly fourth foul on Addie Seal.
Yeah, maybe even on a charge, to try to take a charge, or she's been coming over trying to block shots. You can try to get her with the shot fake. Definitely, life is easier for you if she's not on the court.
Addison Foster in the game. Ayers tied up by Haley Fair, and she's going to get called for the foul, but that was some good defense. She reached in, and sometimes when you get the ball, when the defender grabs it, if you pull hard enough, you can kind of pull their arm into yours, and that looked like what happened there. Good job by the Hornets to draw the contact and the foul on Fair, and that's now her second. Fair having a really good tournament. She scored 20 for her team, but been all over whatever assignment she gets defensively. just attached herself. Rodimer works her way open for the three. This time no good. Fair boxes out Ayers, and then Ayers trying to fight through it, pushes Fair in the back, and she'll get called for the contact there. That's her first.
Yeah, I think she kind of lost her footing.
Yeah.
And tripped, fell forward. Definitely a foul. But they're trying to get Rodimer going there on those corner threes. She's hit a couple of them in that second quarter.
Here's Yarborough. She's going to take a little jumper that, as she fell away, just fell short of everything. But Fair in the middle of the trees comes away with it. Vanderway pulls it down for West Michigan. Vanderway, she has been a beast on the glass for West Michigan this week. Ayers on the attack. Stops, kicks it over. Here's Quist. Corner three. Got it! Kylie Quist. Her first bucket of the game. Second three this quarter. And now it is the Hornets out in front again. Their fans cheering them on.
Quist has that interesting release where she sets her feet and gets it, but she ends up shooting it with one hand.
Seal that time. Makes some space with her defender and drains it. She's got 17. Vanderway was playing well, but Seal able to get open and drop that one in. 33 all, 4:45 to go, third quarter. Ayers working on Fair. She's tied up. Gets it over to Quist. Rodimer calls for it. She looks to her coach and her mom to give the instructions. Calls out the play. Jefferson, almost had it, knocked it away from Rodimer. She has to give it up to Quist. Quist going to drive on Seal all the way up. Nice move.
What a move by Quist. Not expected that.
We knew she could shoot from outside. That time she just saw an opening, went right around Seal and dropped it in off the glass.
I wonder how many people in this arena had that on their bingo card today.
Seal that time. I don't know how she hit that. She got up in the air and kind of adjusted her body to make that shot. She is filling it up. 19 points now. All knotted up. 3:55 to go. We thought it'd be like this, didn't we, guys? Rodimer on the drive. Guarded by Jefferson. Too strong. Jefferson comes away with it. On the break now. 2-on-2. Jefferson going to take it all the way in. Ayers going to get whistled for the foul. That's the second foul on Aubrey Ayers. Jefferson, you could tell when she got that ball 3/4 of the court away, she was going straight to the cup.
Yeah, most of the time if she gets that on a fast break, she's not going to pull it out and run clock. She's going straight to the basket and going to force you to foul her.
Drains the free throw. She is 4 out of 5 so far. She'll get one more try to tie this thing up. Actually, to give them the lead, my bad. 36-35. They are in front. They'll try to build that lead. One more free throw.
Ayers getting a quick break, but you have to think she's not going to be out for long.
5 out of 6 on the free throw line. Lead is 2 now for Dallas. They have traded the lead back and forth this quarter. Mabert on the drive, working it around the paint. Now Quist spins, throws it up over Seal. Not there. Quist gets her own rebound. Rodimer short, gets her own follow. No good. Seal rips it away.
Well, 3 pretty good looks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first one was tipped by Addie Seal. The second one, she just shot a little short.
Coming away empty, man. That is so tough. You had some good looks there. Jefferson, deep three. Got it. She's got 7 points this quarter. 12 for the game now.
Ayers right back up to get in the game.
Dallas up by 5. Rodimer calls out the play. Quist guarded by Seal. Over to Miedema. Rodimer fires up a 3. Got it.
Just feels like whenever they need something,
Yep.
you were calling out Rodimer or Ayers.
Ayers back to the scores table to check in.
Loves that spot. Rodimer, 2 threes in this quarter, 2 in the last quarter. Here's a shot from outside that's no good, chased down by Treese. She tried to throw it out. Seal was on the ground, so Mabert dove on the floor, grabbed the ball, but in the fracas to try to get it, it looks like there was
I think they called a foul.
a foul. And who's the foul on?
I believe it's going to be on Dallas, but I'm not sure. Or did they call a jump ball?
I'm not sure.
Well, it's going to be with Dallas,
Yeah,
so
it's a jump ball because
had to be a jump ball, yep.
clock operator has his hand on the possession there to switch it. So
I think Coach Rodimer was trying to call a timeout there, but they didn't give it to her.
Coming back the other way, Dallas. That's Jefferson. She is so solid. Having a quarter. 9 points this quarter, 14 on the game, and the lead up to 4 now with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Maybert. Oh, and her pass just over the head of Rodimer. Rodimer, being the leader she is, came over and said, my bad. Even though Maybert just kind of sailed that one a little high.
And timeout.
Going to want to talk this one over. Full timeout for Dallas. So the Angels have built a 4-point lead, but this quarter we've seen it go back and forth between the two. Both teams able to hit some threes. 3 3-pointers this half for West Michigan, 2 for Dallas. And guys, as we're looking at the way the ebb and flow of this game, looks like both teams are pretty solid in what they're going to try to do. Seal has been filling it up, but looks like the pair of Ayers and Rodimer are going to be what carries West Michigan if they're able to pull this out.
Yeah, they've done a good job so far. It's just, do you have enough energy in the tank to withstand the pressure? Because the Angels are rotating so many girls on Rodimer to wear her out. I know she's an Energizer bunny out here, but that's tough on a point guard to handle that much pressure and handle the ball every possession.
Kylie Quist has scored some points.
Yeah.
For while Ayers was over there on the side and really helped to stem the tide. But if you look on the other side, it's been just 2 people scoring this quarter for Dallas, and that's Jefferson and Seal. Napier going to try to change that, and she does. Working on her defender with the left-handed floater off the glass.
Pretty good defense there by the Hornets, but then right at the end they got the foul.
34.
Hope Meenum's second foul. Napier going to try to complete the 3-point play and give her team a lead that would grow back up to 7. They've had it as high as 9 last time that happened. The Hornets came storming back, and she sinks it. That gives her 9 now. Here comes Ayers. Hornets needing some points. Got to get some possessions that end in the scoreboard changing for them. Maybert over to Ayers. Oh, nice pass underneath. Maybert on the cut.
Just caught it a little too deep.
And then a foul going to be called that time on Kinley Moore. That will put Maybert at the free throw line. Maybert, she has been a scorer this week for the Hornets, but tonight she has been scoreless. So these will be her first points if she's able to connect here. First one's no good. She'll get one more try.
Is that her second or third foul or more?
I got her for 2.
Okay.
Second shot, she sinks that one. Finally gets in there. They will need some points from her. That pushes it to 6. Lead is 6 for Dallas. They have the ball. Napier going to fire up a 3. That's off to the left. Haley Fair there to clean it up, but her putback is not on target. And the Hornets come away now with a chance under a minute to go to keep dipping into that lead.
Have a new defender on Rodimer.
Yeah, Moore.
Kinley Moore's got a couple of fouls. Foster. Napier on her. Here's
Nice
Ayers.
flare there
Spots
by
up her
Ayers.
3. Got it. You could see that she had her feet set. It was right where she wanted it, and the Hornets have done a great job finding their spots and making Dallas pay.
They ran that same play 3 times. They got 2 threes off of it.
45-42 now. Napier working on Rodimer. She cuts her off. Out top, Moore, 3. In and out. Rebound to Rodimer. 22 seconds to go. A chance to cut it to 1 or to tie it up. Works to her right. Gives it to Ayers. Ayers stops. Fires a 3 from the top of the key.
Oh,
in and out.
Halfway down.
That
10
was
seconds to go.
they went a little quick, so that's given. Oh, good stop there.
Vanderway, because that time Jefferson had made a cut behind her. She jumps up, gets the ball, but then falling out of bounds, steps on the end line. 2.5 seconds to go. Dallas going to try to do something with it. They lead it by 3. Inbounds. And the clock was slow. They're not going to count that. The clock was started late. And they won't count it. Even though she made the shot, Napier was arguing, and she's right. She didn't take the shot before the buzzer went off, but that's because the clock started late, and the officials caught it. We will end this third quarter and head to the final quarter of action with both teams trying to win their first girls 18U Undisputed. We'll be back to find out who does it after this. Here we go, fourth quarter action. Girls 18U Undisputed National Championship in Springfield, Missouri. Who will be our 2026 champions? Dallas HSAA with the ball. They lead it by 3. West Michigan Hornets in the gray trying to come back. Both teams trying to win their first. Here's Addie Seal, Big South MVP. Shot too strong, rebound to Quist. She gives it up to Rodimer. Rodimer up ahead to Ayers. Ayers had Maybert underneath but couldn't get it to her. Rodimer takes it now on the baseline, guarded by Jefferson.
Oh, great pass.
Bounce pass, and then a foul on Treese. Maybert was open, and Treese just had to run over and swing at her. She draws the foul there, and that will put the Hornets at the free throw line. Shea Vanderway, her first free throws of the night. She had 4 in the first quarter to get things started for the Hornets. First free throw is good. One more try.
2-point ball game, guys. 2-point ball game.
Last quarter you said was 17-17. Dead
17
even.
all.
Yeah. We've got a good one here, which we expected from the beginning. Both teams have made some little runs.
6 points now for Vanderway. The lead is 1 for Dallas.
Haven't seen many adjustments made in this game because both teams are executing both the game plans pretty well, so they're kind of sticking to what they had in mind to start with.
Here's a 3 by Treese. Bounces off a couple players. Fighting for it, Jefferson and Maybert, and I think Maybert's going to get called for the push there. They were both racing for the ball, but Maybert that time in her aggressiveness to try to get it and run it down gets called for the contact as Jefferson sailed out of bounds. I think that was a good one. Dallas going to throw it in. Every time they've built a lead, it's been 7, it's been 8, it's been 9. Each time the Hornets have answered. They got it down to 1 now, but Dallas with a chance to protect that lead. Haley Fair working to her right, all the way down the lane, up and under, too strong. There with the rebound, Treese, blocked from behind by Rodimer. Rodimer up ahead to Maybert. It was tipped. Maybert going to work on Yarborough in the corner. She's going to drive to her left, kicks it across to Ayers. Ball was tipped again by Seal. Ayers.
Deflection probably saved a 3 there by Ayers.
She was ready.
If it didn't get deflected, that 3 was going up.
And probably going in.
Vanderway, Ayers, Seal in her face.
Ayers and Seal, that's been a good matchup tonight.
Pass almost off the hands of Rodimer, and she cannot make, an iota of a mistake because Jefferson is all over on defense. Ayers, Hornets patiently working it around, trying to find a shot. There's a loft as Vanderway went behind her defender. She gets sealed off by Treese, and then Treese gets called for the foul. Vanderway back to the free throw line. She was 2 for 2 last time. She will try to tie it and give her team the lead here with 2 free throws.
Well, the reason Treese keeps getting called for these fouls is because she keeps swiping down instead of just keeping her hands straight up. She has the height advantage. If you just stand there with the hands straight up, you probably won't get those foul calls.
But first free throw, no good.
The fact that she keeps putting her hands down and swiping, the refs are going to give that call to the offense every time.
Yep.
Even if you don't foul them, it just looks like a foul.
It looks like a foul.
And from the ref's angle, they're going to have to protect the shooters.
Vanderway second. Got it. We are all knotted up, guys. 6 minutes and 14 seconds. The next 6:14 will decide. 416 teams came in this week. We will have the last 2 standing tonight. Napier spins, kicks it out. Here's a 3 by Yarborough. Got it!
Big shot.
Jesse Yarborough's first points of the night are huge. Under 6 to go. Her team up by 3 now. Ayers closed out by Seal. Ball knocked away. Vanderway gathers it. And then she tried to get it to a cutting Rodimer. Guess who? Jefferson. What a defender. All the way to the other end. Off the glass. Too strong. There's 2 Angels to try to rebound it. They bring it down low, and a foul inside. Going to be on Ayers. And she's going to have to watch it now. That's her third.
Same situation. I think she got a foul on Dallas earlier. That she got her hand in there, and then HSA ripped it away and created the contact.
Seal for 3. No good. Somehow the ball bounced between 2 Angels, and Quist came away with it. Now Rodimer will call the play.
Still a 3-point game here.
What a great ball game to decide our champion. Ball tipped away. Haley Fair, and then she is tripped as Rodimer fell on her. Rodimer immediately said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Fair agreed. But, wow, on the scrum to try to grab the ball, Rodimer landed right on top of Fair's leg. She was about to break away there.
Yeah, she kind of lost her footing.
A little bit of contact
Yeah.
to Rodimer, which caused her to lose her footing there.
Boy, I know Dallas can score, and Seal's going to get a lot of the headlines, but that defense that has been there all week, and I think of Jefferson and Fair, they have just been so good. I mean, they make you pay if you make any kind of mistake at all. On the drive, Yarborough splits the defenders, throws it up, and she will be at the free throw line for 2 shots.
That was going to be on Vanderway.
That is her third. Well, they're using them all up, as you would expect in this kind of game.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that West Michigan wasn't able to pick up at least a third foul on Addie Seal after picking up 2 in that first quarter.
Yeah, she's played pretty smart since then and real clean. 49-45 now. Lead up to 4. Yarborough with 1 more. Drains them both. All 5 points for Dallas have been by the hand of Jessie Yarborough. And her team leads now by 5. Ayers with the ball to Rodimer. West Michigan. Less than 5 to go here. Foster with Fair in her face. Ball almost tipped away by Yarborough and a timeout. Coach Rodimer wants to talk it over.
I think that's a good timeout. This is, I think, an important possession. They want to get a very good look. They a little while ago, I think mid-third or early third, they went to Quist a couple times on purpose, I think trying to get a foul on Addie, and she had some nice drives. And
instead, they got 5 points.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What a luxury.
It worked out, you know.
Yeah.
We would have liked the foul, but we like the 5 points better.
Right,
So
absolutely. And every point in this one counts, trailing by 5. And we talked about it, the Legacy Trophy. That's what goes, the 18U champions. They don't get to take it home. They can take lots of pictures with it, but they get to put their name on it, Jeremy. And it stays on there with the legacy of all the champs before you. And that's a name that hasn't been on that trophy. We haven't seen it. West Michigan, Dallas HSAA for the girls 18U Undisputed, but one of them will do that tonight.
And both of these teams, I believe, in the starting lineups have multiple seniors that are playing their last game tonight here at HomeSchool Nationals. So want to try to end their career on the national stage with the highest spotlight ever for National Homeschool Basketball, and that's to raise that banner.
Ayers with the ball now for West Michigan. 4:45 to go. Rodimer guarded by Jefferson. They knock the ball away again. Here comes Yarborough. Yarborough backs it down, kicks it over to the corner. Fair going to work on Foster. She drives the baseline, gets around Vanderway, tries to kick it over the corner. They work it out top. Seal for 3. No good. Rebound Ayers. Pulls it down. She gets knocked to the floor, and that's going to be a foul on Dallas.
Napier.
They called it on Mackenzie Napier, her first.
Seal thought that was going down. She had already started her celebration.
Yeah.
That was a pretty open look. She hadn't had a lot of really, really open looks.
That was great ball movement, too. Fair drove, kicked it out. Jefferson got it out top, but Seal couldn't finish it.
That would have been a big shot, too, to put them up 8.
Yep.
Let's see if they can have an answer. The Hornets. Ayers from way out. Vanderway, though, runs it down and puts it in. Vanderway's been so key in the paint. She's got 9 now, and the lead down to 3.
If you had not watched the Hornets over the last few years, you might think that was a a little too deep or a little aggressive, but that's a shot Ayers can definitely make.
Even in this kind of setting. That time, Seal again. Can't connect. Rebound Vanderway.
Back to
Rodimer almost had it knocked away by Jefferson. You got to be careful around number 22 on Dallas. She can come away with the steals. Cross-court pass. Quist driving on Fair. Picks up her dribble. Gets a cutting Ayers who has Seal on her. She blocks it. Seal keeps her hands up. Good block. Away with the ball comes Napier. Napier going to push the pace now for Dallas. She spins on Rodimer and just floats it in. Nice move, Mackenzie Napier.
She's had a really solid game.
11 points for her now. She is the third Angel in double digits.
She's the only player in the game that has scored in every quarter as of right now. I'm sure that'll change.
Hornets, Vanderway with the ball. Goes to her left, drives on Seal, and Seal does a good job just holding her ground. No good. Here comes Seal on the attack. Oh, dishes it down low. Jefferson up and under. That was huge.
Nice play there by Seal to push the pace. Nice assist.
16 for Jefferson. Now the lead is back up to 7. We've seen the Hornets come back from 8 and 9. 7 once before, but right now every single possession counts. We've only got 2:48 to go, guys. If you're in the West Michigan huddle, what are you telling your team?
You got to get a bucket here. You definitely have to get a score. You're down 7. You got to kind of cut into this momentum. Probably going to look for either Rodimer or Ayers to see if they can get a 3 or even just any type of bucket at this point to stop their momentum.
Might even have Ayers with the ball. Try to set some screens for Rodimer to get her free.
Dallas going to be talking about how they hold on to this. They have done such a fantastic job on building that lead, and every time that West Michigan has answered, Dallas has held their form and come back and built that lead once again, and they just keep bouncing back and forth between 9, 8, 7-point leads. West Michigan can't keep trading baskets at this point, though.
Yeah, it's been a game of runs. Michigan just hadn't had a big enough run to push their lead. They've taken the lead a few times, but they haven't extended it far enough to they can just breathe a little.
I think their biggest lead was 6-3. Since then, they've maybe gone up by 1 here and there.
Inbounds to Ayers. Ayers gives it to Mayburn. Oh, and then going to be a moving screen on Ayers, and that's going to be her 4th. And that is a big one.
Yeah, it is, because they really needed to get it a score on that possession.
And they need to be aggressive and try to get some steals, so one of your best players have 4 fouls is not ideal.
Clock has not started. There it goes. Addie Seal with the ball. Working some time. Her Angels lead it by 7. Trying to bring home their first undisputed. Napier sees a seam, drives it all the way in, and puts it in. She's done that twice now in this quarter.
Napier hit some big shots and big moments in this game.
This has been the largest lead. They came back from it once. That time Rodimer threw it back. It almost got away from Ayers, but she's able to track it down. Ayers was open. The lane was right there, but she decided to take the 3 instead. Vanderway with the rebound. Off the glass. Oh, in and out. And a rebound goes to Napier again. Under 2 to go. 9-point lead for Dallas. Starting to slip away from West Michigan. They've been here before. Can they finish it? On the drive, Seal falls down, gives it to Jefferson, who rolls it in. Strength, 18 for Jefferson.
You know, really, you come here expecting Seal to be Seal, and she has been. She's had a heck of a game, but Jefferson, Napier, they've really stepped up.
Looked like they called Seal on the foul there.
Yeah, she gave him a little push on the side there.
That's her 3rd. That's been a great job by Seal because she had 2 fouls early. And then that time, Jefferson has been relentless on as good of a ball handler as Rodimer in. She has forced some turnovers tonight. That time on the inbounds, knocks it off of Rodimer's legs, and so it was over and back violation.
Yeah, she's been relentless in every game I've watched her play this week.
She doesn't
here.
She might get tired, but she doesn't show it. Napier gives it to Fair. Gonna eat some clock here. Seal out top at the logo. 1:21 to go. West Michigan needs the ball. They're down by 11.
Jefferson encouraging our teammates to slow down.
Rodimer coming out, drawing the foul there, knowing Ayers can't commit a foul or she'll be out of the game.
That's her first foul. Rodimer goes over to talk it over with the coaching staff. Fair at the line. Haley Fair sinks the first. That's her first point, but guys, she has been so crucial to the defensive sets of this Angels team, and she's done it all week. She can give you points, but man, on defense, she attaches herself to whatever number is supposed to be guarded by her, and she absolutely never leaves. Sinks them both.
She's been one of the defenders taking the chore of guarding Rodimer today.
60-47.
If I'm not mistaken, HSAA is 10 for 11 from the free throw line.
I think you're right about that. I only see one spot empty. On the drive, Ayers, no good. Rebound to Fair. Smaller of stature, but she's in there ripping down the board, and she'll go back to the free throw line.
That was going to be on Vanderway. Her
Points,
fourth.
Deficit starting to pile up. Starting to see a few smiles on the faces of a Dallas team that's been all business this week. They can feel it.
You know, they had a game early in the week where they were almost upset.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they've come out in every game strong.
And sometimes that happens. You see a team that wins a title where they'll be tested early. And it was a 54-54 game. Addie Seal had struggled throughout, only had 2 points. But then she has the confidence to drive in and sink the little jumper. It's a little bit of a floater that won her team the game against a scrappy Fort Wayne team that had some bigs. And then from them, they have cruised. And today, they are really showing themselves to not just be Addie Seal and everybody else, but they are an absolute team. Defending, they've got so many different options on the offensive end, and it has caused so much trouble for this experienced Hornet squad.
Yeah, and, you know, the other day they got a big lead on CHSM and then kind of kept playing and taking a lot of quick shots. Today they've done a better job, I think, of here closing it out by making them play a little defense, come out, foul them.
Haley Fair now, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. And as you mentioned, Amy, just one miss for the Angels team. And they have done everything tonight that they wanted to do. 62-47. Ayers tied up, double team. They won't let her shoot the three. And then we got a whistle and a timeout called by West Michigan. I think they're only going to have one left.
I believe you were mentioning seniors. I don't know how many seniors HSAA has, but I believe that West Michigan has 7 seniors, and these seniors have had an incredible run.
Oh, incredible.
They won't go down as the champion. It doesn't look like, unless we have a miracle here, an all-time comeback. But they've had an epic run here, 3 straight Final Fours. They'll go down as one of the best homeschool basketball teams ever to not win a championship, I think.
Yes, I mean, a tough 4 years, having to go through HEA for 2 of those years. This year, having to go through HSAA. I mean, the years before that, they had to go through.
HSAA trying to close out the deal and finish the job and claim themselves a title. On the inbounds, ball just sails away from everybody and now starting to implode a little bit. And you got to believe this is so tough. Hornets looking up at the clock. Rodimer starting to see. As we mentioned, it's going to take some kind of effort to be able to do it, but there's a steal. Now that's a way to start it. Quist gets it to Rodimer. Her three short. Rebound off to Treese. Treese dumps it over to Fair. Fair going to be, nope, she doesn't get fouled. Treese throws it up. Jefferson, they got Yarborough up top if they can get it to her, but then Jefferson gets fouled, and she will go to the other end to shoot free throws. Her all-around game has just been so good. 19 points for Addie Seal, 18 for Jefferson. She'll have a chance to add to that total now.
Yeah, I think Jefferson's defense has just been incredible on Rodimer.
Yep.
Rodimer still had a fantastic game. I think she hit 4 threes for 14 total points, directed traffic, but Jefferson just made her work so hard to get hers. And I thought the defensive battle between Ayers and Seal was also good. Seal obviously has a few inches on Ayers, but she battled hard all night. Seal had quite a few blocks as well, changed a lot of shots.
Well, and this is what's crazy because, I mean, Seal has done a fantastic job. Jefferson, and she sinks his free throw. She's been their leading scorer this week. And today she's even. Her and Seal both at 19 points. And then what a job she's done on both ends of the floor. Ayers that time misses the three. Ball sails over. Quist gets it. Rodimer fakes the shot. And, yeah, she had Jefferson flying right in front of her, and she caused the turnover. And gets the explanation from the ref. 27 seconds. Dallas, they're feeling it. Singleton over to Jefferson. Jefferson going to back it out. Give it back out top to Fair. Over in the corner to Yarborough. Back to Fair. Singleton just playing keep away right now. And the clock is going to wind out on the hopes and dreams of West Michigan. Are we seeing the start of a Dallas dynasty? Their first time as undisputed 18U girls national champions. The dream falls short for West Michigan, but the dream is alive and well as Dallas storms the court. Congratulations to the Angels on their first 18U undisputed. Well, coming up next, we are going to have the boys 18U as we finish up the competition here. It'll be an all-Midwest affair, although the rest of this tournament today has been on all the undisputeds, the Big South tournament. It will be all Midwest as Tennessee Heat will be taking on the HEA Firebirds. We'll be back with that one after this.